In this tutorial video I show you how to create this outfit. The pattern can be downloaded for free and the link to the pattern is in the description field. As you can see, the top is standing a bit out here. That's because I've used fabric which isn't very flexible. If you're using a more flexible fabric, it will hang a bit more down. And the skirt has these details. And also here is the same. It is standing a bit out because I haven't used flexible fabric. We start with this part of the top and we will sew the two seams together on the sides. Double the fabric like this and sew them together here. And do the same for the other side. After the two seams are sewn together, we take the back parts and we sew onto the front part here on the sides. After you've sewn the two back parts onto the front part of the top, you take this long piece of the pattern and you'll sew it onto the top like this until you meet the other side. After these two parts are sewn together, you need a piece of fabric which is 4 cm high and 30 cm broad. And this will be sewn onto the top. You line it on one side and then you'll be making a lot of very small folds until you reach the end on this side of the top. After you've sewn the third part onto your top, and when we hold them at the back together, you can see that the top is standing up a little bit. That's because I have used a fabric which is a bit tougher. And to make sure the bottom part of your top hangs downwards, I'm folding this seam downwards and the second seam upwards. And I will be placing a small stitching line here, so they stay together. And on the front side you'll have this borderline will look a bit nicer as well, and your bottom part will stay better downwards instead of doing this. As you can see, here is the part where it isn't. You see that it will fold inwards like this. As you can see, I've placed two stitching lines here, and at the back it also stays flat now. And the only thing left to do now is sew Velcro snap buttons onto the back and your top is done. For the skirt we start by sewing the two back parts onto the front part. We place them like this and we sew them together here on the sides. After you've sewn the two back parts onto the front part of the skirt, you'll need two pieces of fabric which are 12 cm long and 3 cm high. And you line them on one side of the skirt and you'll be making a few folds, and the other side of your piece of fabric should be here, just a bit out of the middle, and the same goes for the other part, so you always have a small piece without the extra fabric in the middle. After you've sewn the detail onto the skirt, it should look a bit like this. And now we take the top part of the skirt, which are these three pieces, and just sew the two back parts onto the front part and sew them together here and here. After sewing these parts together, we can sew it onto the skirt and you line them on one side. You sew them together all the way to the other side. After you've sewn the top part of your skirt onto the rest of the skirt, you continue sewing the two back parts together. So align them like this. And we sew them together until here. And this part stays open, otherwise the skirt won't fit over the hips of the doll. After sewing the two back parts of the skirt together, we fold them with the good side of the fabric on the outside. And the only thing left to do is sewing Velcro or snap button at the back. And the skirt is done.